Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Pooya Liana Lounge for episode number 44. We are your hosts. I'm Pooya, the one that does wash his hands, the one that doesn't wash their hands, Dr. Liana Boris. How are you doing,
You want
Liana?
to litigate that on pod?
Litigate it away.
Do you really want to talk about that
Oh,
on pod?
I just think it was ridiculous. Like, the way you slid in with that, it was wild. So,
Are we really going to talk about this right now?
you are making it sound like we're about to talk about the most controversial topic of the year.
I just think you would be too embarrassed to talk about it on pod. That's why I
No.
wasn't going to bring it up.
No, so I will. You know what? I will start it for you.
Okay, set the stage.
Yeah. So I'm big chillin', right? We've set up the hardware here for the pod. I'm just sitting here and I'm listening to music, little jazz instrumentals, hanging out. And then Liana comes over and she's like, I want to say something. I don't want to ruin the vibes before the pod. And I was like, you're okay. Let's see what it is, And then she was like, do you wash your hands? And I said, yes. Like, I don't know if it came off like I was insulted that she even would ask, but I was like, what a weird question to ask. And then in my head, I'm like, how does this ruin the vibes? And here's why. So the towels were done last night. Like, Liana put them in the dryer and then went to bed. And so the towels are still in the dryer. I
wake up in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
There are no hand towels have been restocked either out of the dryer or out of the linen closet where the additional hand towels are. Not in your bathroom, not in our bathroom.
My bathroom.
Yeah, the bathroom that you use.
I use all the bathrooms. I don't
Okay,
discriminate.
fine. None of the bathrooms had a hand towel when I woke up in the morning. That means that for over 12 hours, there were no hand towels.
Well, I was asleep for like a good 8 of that, so for 4 hours.
Sure. Because what time did you, because I woke up at 6, so what time did you go to bed?
I don't remember.
Okay. Regardless, I did the washing around like 7, 8 o'clock. So from 7 p.m. till 2, 3, 4 a.m., whenever you went to bed, no hand towels had been used based on my assumption.
Sure.
So unless you didn't go to the bathroom at all during that window of time.
No, see, this is where you're wrong, right? Because your immediate thought was, there are no towels out, therefore he doesn't wash his hands.
Right, because
versus
everybody dries their hands on towels, right? No, this is what Pooya taught me.
So, no, I didn't teach you anything.
Oh, well, I didn't know that was an option.
So basically, towels are, if this was Family Feud, the number one answer on the board is towels, right?
Like, how do you wash your hand? Or
how do you dry your hands at home?
Yeah.
Because no one's got the Dyson air blades in their house.
Those are actually, if
we know Sheldon Cooper. We get it.
Okay.
Well, technically, they're worse for you because bacteria.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, we know this, Sheldon.
Okay.
I believe Sheldon literally says that in the goddamn Big Bang
If you
Theory.
ever have a choice between the air hand dryers and paper towels, always pick paper towels.
Oh, so you don't use towels? Do you wash your hands?
I'm talking when you're out.
Yo, I might pull this off the pod. We'll see. But anyway, so if Family Feud, right?
Yes.
Towels would be the number one answer on the board.
Yes.
If 100 people were asked, 90 of them, no. 85 are saying towels.
Sure.
I think that in those 85, there's also people like me who will say towels and will use towels. However, I have also had moments where I just leave it air dry, whatever. Especially in the winter when it's cold. You want the hot water running on your hand? I'm good to leave it for a little bit. I don't care. Or you don't even notice it because you just wipe it and move. You wipe on the hoodie and you leave. And like, I don't do that when I'm out because, especially if I'm wearing a lighter color, you don't want like watermarks on you kind of thing. But if I'm wearing something black, then I don't even think twice. I'm just like, move.
I see.
So
yes,
that's the thing. Like, is the better solution, get the towels? Yes. But was I thinking? No, because if you must know my bathroom activities, I was in between 2 meetings and then a therapy appointment, and I had no time to think about going to at nighttime.
No, I did the towels at 7 p.m.
Okay.
And then it was the morning. So I'm talking about the time between 7 p.m. and 6 a.m. That's the window of time I'm talking about.
Oh, I literally do not think.
Because I put a hand towel, at least on my side, in the morning when I woke up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I used the bathroom like twice in that time span, and I did exactly what I just described.
I think I would, I guess You know, it's funny because actually in the woman who did the petri dish under the air dryer, like the blow dryer thing to see no, because then the debate is if you only have access to a blow dryer, like an air dryer, should you just wipe it on your jeans, for example? But we need to do the bacterial swabs to see if that's actually worse, right? Because there would be a ranking, right? It would be like clean hands after drying with paper. So you wash your hands, you swab your hands, right? Then you dry them with a paper towel, then you swab. Dry them with a hand dryer, swab. Wipe them on your clothes, swab. And then you have those 3 different lines of comparison. Because it's possible there's more bacteria on you. So by wiping it on your clothes, then actually it's dirty again after you washed your hands. That's the science experiment I would do if I were trying to understand.
So here's the thing, right? My understanding, my assumption always and forever will be, the minute you step out of the bathroom, your hands are getting dirty again, right? Or they're already, like, the minute you step away from the sink, your hands are already starting to get dirty again. So for me, when you're cleaning your hands, you're washing your hands to wash everything that happened prior to that moment. Everything after that is it's next wash's issue, you know? Like, so to be like, is the bacteria on the jeans more or on the paper towel more or on the air blade? I mean, that's more science based.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I think for me, if I'm gonna like touch my face, like put anything on my face, I will always wash my hands like literally right before I do it. Even if if I just wash my hands, but then I touched something, I'll wash them again before I touch my face. I'm like super anal about that. Cause my face can be a mess. She's a tough cookie. So I gotta like baby her and only touch when absolutely necessary.
You touch your face a lot.
That by accident. I'm trying not to, but I do a lot of like, there's a lot of like gestures that happen.
And you use the flat part of your hand, which
my
is a
eyes
mistake.
get itchy.
Yeah, but this part carries more. Do you want to talk about bacteria?
Does that more than this? Do you think?
The back of your hand is cleaner than the tip of your hand, like the front of your hand.
We can swab that.
We just take my word for it. I don't know why you need it relitigated. What is that one doing?
I don't know.
It's clam. Just take my word for it. Why
Okay.
do you
I
need?
take your word for it.
Yeah, it's factual. Think about it.
Okay. I believe it.
You know how many things this part touches? Everything. This part might be in contact
That's
with
true.
the air more
Keyboard keys, phones, all that kind of stuff. And like phones are notoriously gross. Yeah, that's true.
so.
Yeah, I don't clean my phone as often as I should, especially the screen. The thing is because
Well, when you do it, make sure you use a paper towel and don't air dry it.
I actually will let it air dry. I use the little cleaning cloth, like a sanitizing. Like I have a special spray for it. And then you like wipe it off with a little cloth. Although maybe I should wash that cloth. Oh man, I threw a bunch of beanies in the washer also because I need to wash beanies because it's winter. It's like cold now. So I need to wash my beanies so that they're all clean for winter. Yo, it was like 23 degrees Fahrenheit this weekend.
You know what's nice? It would be nice if we had it. Heating.
I told you could turn the heat up, and you have the heat up. Okay, let me explain the issue. The issue is not the fact that the heat is not on. It is the fact that the lower level of the house doesn't heat as much, despite the fact that every single vent here is wide open for the downstairs area of the house. But the top area of the house gets too hot. Like it gets too hot at night is the problem. And then I can't sleep. And I've closed the vents in there. Oh my God, I figured out what that humming thing was. It was the vent. And I fixed it. Yeah. Do you remember that like buzzing that was near the window? It was the vent.
Vent, really?
Yeah, I told you it wasn't coming from outside. I like moved the vent around and it stopped moving. It stopped humming.
Maybe this experience is making me realize I don't want to own a home. Because last night I was laying in bed and like usually when I'm in bed at night and you're asleep, I'll have one earbud in and I'll be like scrolling or listening to music or something.
Yeah.
I heard a noise.
Okay.
And it sounded like not a knock on the door, but it sounded like a door movement.
Ooh.
So I took my earbud out and I just sat there in silence. And then I paranoidly, that's not even a word, I don't know. I opened my flashlight and pointed it at the door and just like laid there for like a good 4 minutes.
Okay.
Until I didn't hear anything.
Okay.
And I was like, I think we're fine.
Do you you turned off notifications for the door, right?
The front door? Oh, I've looked at the front door. I still get I get it if I don't get it if there's like it detected motion, because like anything can be detected at that point.
I've seen bugs crawl over the camera. It's actually kind of cool because then it like takes a picture of the bug.
Well, the problem is if you don't check those, because we don't have like the premium membership, if you don't
Yeah.
check those early enough, you're not going to see what it was. And I'm like,
Yeah.
that's almost worse that you gave me a notification that I can't access. Like,
yeah. I think it's like within 24 hours or
yeah.
something like that. and
But I
that
mean,
deletes
I
the data.
know the door was not, I have the notification set for when the door opens.
Yeah, okay.
I do have that. So yeah, anyway, I don't.
But do you think that that's related to owning a house, or do you think that that's related to just like living in a house? Like if we were in an apartment and you heard the same noise.
Oh, I treat it the same way I am now. The thing is that because I live, like I'm a late night sleeper, there's typically no noise when I go to bed.
Yeah.
Right? It's like dead silent, because I'll go to bed like 3, 4 a.m. That's like peak, nothing's happening.
Yeah.
So when I start hearing things, like I'm very sensitive to like, that's not a noise you'd hear at 3. What's going on? That's when things get like, then I'm like, mind races. The thing is, my mind has raced about stuff like this for years, and it'll probably never happen. But then part of me is always like, be ready.
Like just on the off chance.
Yeah.
Like some people sleep with weapons and stuff like next to their bed or
absolutely
whatever.
not.
Would you do it like a bat?
Absolutely not. A bat? Yeah. Yeah, great. I'm going to play baseball. No. No.
Hit that boy with a bat.
No.
Smack.
I don't, like, the thing is, I don't know what happens when that moment comes.
Like what would you do in that moment?
Right. Well,
a home invasion is occurring. And what are you going to do?
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like first things first is I have to listen in, because I don't want to wake you up unless I have to.
Okay,
So,
sure.
Like not last night, the night prior to that,
Yeah.
you had left your light on in your room.
Oh,
And I had heard some noises, and I had looked at the phone, the lock app for the door, and it said the door was unlocked. But I remember that one time where it said it was unlocked and it wasn't, and I was like, I'm 99% sure that's the case.
Okay.
Let me go see it.
Okay.
And then I opened our bedroom door, and your door is directly across from it, and the light was on underneath it. And I was like, I don't remember that light being on. Now, mind you, when the hallway light's off there, I'm usually like making the final turn to my room. So I don't see the light under your door.
Yeah.
And when the light's on there, your light doesn't, like, it blends in.
Yeah.
So I was just like, no, she probably just forgot to turn it off. And I was like, but the door downstairs, I was like, you know what? It's kind of risky, because like, it's probably nothing. But then if it is something, I would feel like, I would feel so dumb for not like double checking. So I went up to Liana. I was like, hey, did you do something in your room today? Because she's usually never in that room. She's like, yeah. I was like, do you think you forgot to turn the light off? She's like, yeah. I was like, okay, cool. So I was like, all right, cool. I just handled it. It was fine. But yeah.
I think if there was a home invasion,
Oh, dear Lord.
I think I would just start yelling. I think that would be my response. It would just be like, hey, what are you doing? Ah! And then I would just start yelling like that. And the only reason I'm saying that is because the only time I've ever witnessed a crime occur, that was my reaction. We were sitting outside at university, and people had a lot of like skateboards and longboards and those kinds of things. And somebody had a longboard like leaning up against the wall, and we were at a couch, like kind of, I don't know, maybe like further down in the courtyard. And I see somebody, I know whose longboard that is because I know whose room it is. So I see somebody I don't recognize come up and grab the longboard. And my immediate reaction was I stood up, I started running towards them, and I started screaming at them. That was my natural reaction. I had no weapon. I had no plan. I didn't know what I was going to do. Was I going to try to tackle the person? I have no idea. All I know is that instinct just immediately kicked in. I sprinted and started screaming, being like, hey, put that down, using a lot of expletives. Put that the hell down, da, 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 and just like running at them. They just panicked, dropped it, and ran away. So in my opinion, it worked. Now, if there's someone who's done a home invasion, that
that's
might be
a different
complete...
scenario. They're not going to be like, oh my God, the person whose house we're burglaring is mad. We must leave.
Here's what I'll tell you, because there was a TikTok series I watched. It was this woman who was a burglar. She was a house burglar. And she had a very elaborate routine of the way that she would burgle. And she would make sure that nobody was home when she would burgle. So I think the likelihood of us getting burgled at night is actually probably pretty low. I think the likelihood of us getting burgled during the day is significantly higher. Now, I'm not saying that to scare you because you're home alone during the day, but they will do like, or at least this woman did significant casing of the places before she would go and rob them.
Yeah, but like if they're like, oh, the car leaves for work every day at this, because if they case the house for a week and I've not really gone out the house outside of like being in the car with you.
Okay, so let me tell you what she did. She would pretend to be a dog groomer. And she would wear scrubs. She would go up to the front door and she would go like, knock, knock, knock. Hey. And if someone would answer, she would go, hey, I'm here to take Teddy for his like grooming appointment or whatever. And then they'd be like, oh, I'm sorry, you have the wrong address. She would go to her car, leave, whatever. But if nobody answers, then she would knock, 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 knock. No one answers. Then she would go to the backyard and be yelling at the window and be like, Miss Casey, with the idea that if somebody does hear and comes, she goes, hey, I'm a nurse. I'm checking on a friend of mine's parent or grandparent or whatever lives in that. She had like stories on stories on stories to justify like why she would be in the backyard, right? Yelling and screaming like at the window. Then if nobody was there, then she would try to like actually burgle the place. So I'm not saying that every burglar is going to be that way. I've seen The Sims. They just walk into the house. They don't give a crap if you're there or not.
You can't pause the game.
And you can't pause the game.
Them.
You can't pause the game, delete them, and you also, it's too late to buy an alarm, so you have to try to wake your sim up to call, or you just take the L. Yeah. Ugh, it's so difficult. Anyway, so, but in real life, I'm not saying that all burglars are going to be like that, but I do think that like if you're a smart burglar, at least you're going to take those necessary precautions to assure that yourself that nobody is home. I also think our neighborhood is difficult because of like the way it's organized to burgle. I think you would not burgle here.
Are you doing the thumbnail this week?
No, because I'm traveling.
Okay.
I'm not going to have time.
Good, because I think that your mind would have gone to, we're going to make this the title. And
that is correct.
We are not doing alien invasion and home invasion back to back.
Pooya Liana burgle a house.
Our last podcast literally had like a whole like wiki edition that YouTube put in of like a heads up about what an alien invasion means or something. And I was like,
wait, what?
Yeah, I don't know what you did, but so.
That's so funny. But it wasn't an alien invasion. The thumbnail was me getting abducted by aliens, which honestly is different than an alien invasion. I don't remember. But also, you could have changed the title. I put that there merely as a suggestion.
It's your job.
Yeah, but it's just merely a suggestion. You didn't do it when I said keep the 4, drop the 1, or drop the 1, whatever it was.
It's because sometimes you can just tell that suggestion was turdy. Drop the 4, keep the 1 is like a meme lost in time from 4 years ago.
Okay, but that's like my personality.
Yes.
Memes lost in time. Quotes lost in time.
No, that's also incorrect, because what happens is you will discover a meme when we have all used it up.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, this. And we're like, nope, we've moved on.
Yeah, but I don't care. I still get joy from it. So I'm going to continue to use it. And also, I do kind of like that bothers you.
No, it's just that to me, memes are not a solo game. Like, they're not a one-player game. They're a multiplayer game.
I see. See, that's where we disagree.
Sharing memes, referencing memes, vocal stimming the memes. You're doing that with somebody for the most part.
Okay. So, yes. So, I see where the fundamental difference is. I drop those memes and references in everyday conversation, even to people who I know will not get them. And then that amuses me because really, what else are we doing in life if not to amuse ourselves as we go through our everyday
I don't know.
life?
I got read my Miranda rights for drying my hands without a towel today. Maybe that was not amusing. Okay. I don't know.
Let me just say, I just was curious because I've never done that before.
You have never.
Like, okay, fine. I'm like camping, and or a situation.
Talking.
If there's not towels. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. Then yes, maybe I'm in a dire strait and I have to like dry it on my pants. Okay.
So it's a bad university student's habit, a bad bachelor habit. Let it it is what it is.
Sure. Yeah. No, that's fair. No, I've just because I like hand towels. I think that's fun.
Also what happens with me a lot is I'll be like, oh, I should do that. And then I won't do it until the next time oh shoot, I was gonna do that. I should do that now. And then I won't do it again.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
It's like it's not like like by the third bathroom visit, I was like, oh yeah, Liana did towels earlier. They're probably in the dryer. Mm-hmm. And then I go back to my computer.
Okay, so here's what we'll do. Next time I do towels, I will grab you a hand towel and put it in your hand towel spots to help. I'm helping.
Okay, so can I ask you? I appreciate it, but does it help you more than it helps me?
No, it's to help you because you're the one who's saying you forget.
Yeah, but I don't want to. I think I would let it. Okay.
I mean, it doesn't matter to me. I mean, either way, I'm just offering a solution to help you because I will remember. Mm-hmm. Right? Yeah. We have enough hand towels to go around. Well, I think we'll be fine. Yeah, we're not like skimping on the towels.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what?
Go on. I don't know.
Okay, so remember how there was the RHAP show in San Francisco?
Yes.
Well, guess who's going to San Francisco? This girl, 1 week late because of an emergency work trip. And I'm actually so sad about it because I'm literally flying like Wednesday day and I would be there probably would have been there in time for the show just 1 week later, which is so crazy. But again, this work trip popped up like literally over the course of like the last 48 hours. So there's like no way. But anyway, it's just so funny that like I could have been there.
Yeah, by the time this podcast gets released, Liana will be back home, which is very weird.
Yeah, will be in San Francisco, in San Jose, back to San Francisco, and then back home all over the course of less than 48 hours. Sorry. I don't know why that scared me. The girls all jumping around. So that's exciting. Poor Pooya is going to be left all by his lonesome. Are you sad I'm going to be on?
Well, now that I'm just happy that you put all this paranoia in my head and then leave for 2 days.
But what I'm telling you is that they're going to make sure you're not home. If you're home, it's going to be fine.
If they don't see me, they don't know I exist.
No, but they're going to do their due diligence to make sure that you are there.
Do you think I respond to when, like, if a doorbell happens? Or
you don't respond to doorbells or like door knocks?
It depends on the doorbell. Depends on the door knock.
Okay, well, they're going to be pretty like ruthless about it. So I think you're going to be okay.
That's the really crafty person. Like there's like amateur hour ones also.
That is entirely possible. But think about it. Let's say they were to come into this area, right? Into the base or into the main area. What are they going to steal? The TV? That is like a significant amount of effort to demount from the wall. So you're going to hear that if that's happening. Otherwise, what else are they going to steal around here? We don't have anything else like crazy expensive. The couch is maybe the next expensive. Well, but that goes in the thing.
Yeah, but my laptop sits out here.
Well, how about we make the good habit of picking everything up and putting it away?
Now they can have it. It's fine.
Oh, okay. You're fine with that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just saying I think it's going to be fine. You're going to be fine. You're going to be safe.
I'll put out a sandwich for them.
Sure, just like Santa Claus.
A knuckle sandwich to the face.
There you go. Yeah, scream at them and then give them a good old knuckle sandwich. What?
Extra beef.
Extra with a side of beef.
No, extra beef.
With a side of extra beef.
Why is it on the side? Why are you being
weird?
Well,
because I feel like you gotta hit one and then you gotta hit with the other. That's the side, right? Like here's your knuckle sandwich and then here's the side of beef. Side of beef. I smell like beef. See? That's a meme.
Yeah, but that's a meme that's like a classic now. So what you will do is, for example, in what date is it now? It's November. In April, you're going to start bringing 6-7 onto this podcast.
Okay.
That's what you're going to do.
Just you wait until April and then I do it. I'm not blaming anybody, but I definitely got that habit from my parents who would quote stuff at me as a child. And like, I didn't get the reference, but they would just quote stuff at us.
I think that's natural. I think a lot of people quote stuff.
Yeah.
And I think there's like, definitely to your point, there is memes that we still reference to this day that have just become part of your vocabulary in a weird way.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. Or vocal stems or whatever it is. And some things I don't even remember where they come from. Like, what did I ask you the other day? It was like, where did that come from? Like I had to ask you.
Oh, I said something, and then you said, "Where? What is that from?" And I was like, "Nothing." And then you were like, "No, that's from something." And then you kept like pestering me and just yelling shows out until I told you where it's from.
Yeah.
Which now I don't remember where it was.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. The point is that it just becomes so ingrained in your vocabulary or the phrases that you use that you didn't even think about. Like, oh, that's what that's from, kind of thing. But anyway. So the other thing we did is we went to University of Minnesota has the Reuse It program where you can go, they have like a bunch of stuff from the university as well as like other people can donate stuff, and you can go around and you can pick up a bunch of things. It was kind of cool. They had like a lot of furniture that obviously we would never need, but was from like a university. Like it was clearly this was from like a library. I don't know what the hell we would do with it, but it was kind of cool just to know that that exists. They had plenty of keyboards. So if anybody is in the Minnesota area and needs a keyboard, highly recommend. 10 out of 10.
What I thought about while being there was like, oh, is this, you know how like there's YouTubers that'll have extra keyboards that they break for like dramatic effect? I was like, I wonder if they're buying it a bulk here, but I genuinely think these YouTubers have so much money that they're buying like fresh keyboards.
Well, I think if you were to want to break keyboards on stream,
I do not have that. Like, I don't have that.
Vibe.
I don't have that register. I don't think. Like, I've never gotten that tilted.
Yeah.
Or that, even not tilted, but that dramatic to do that. Like, it feels like if I did that, even if it was for the drama, it would come off very like, yo, he mad.
Yeah. Like it wouldn't be entertaining. It would be awkward.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I don't think I've got that like.
Yeah, I think that's just not your personality. I think
my
it would
personality
be so
is loud screaming.
Yes, thank you for admitting that you scream when you stream.
No, I scream sometimes.
Yeah.
Scream when you stream implies that it's every stream.
Okay, fine. It's not every stream. Like I don't think you're screaming when you do the pad.
When creepy shit happens, you gotta react.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying that's a bad thing.
You are loud.
Yeah. I know. I remember one time when I was in college, one of my friends, he was like, I can hear you 3 buildings away when you're yelling in the courtyard.
I've had to ask you to, because usually I'm like, whatever, you know, I'm going to go do my stream and like, it'll be fine. But then you will just speak. Okay, so you've done better with this, but there was a time where Liana's like on a phone call, but she'll put it on speaker. And I'm like, is this for me to listen to? No. Then why is it on speaker? Like, you have headphones. Use headphones.
Because the microphones on the headphones are not good.
Depends on the headphones.
Okay, well, none of the headphones that I have, the microphones are good.
Okay, but then if you're going, but that logic though, you're going to take the phone around with you anyway, right?
Yeah, but I don't want to have to hold it up to my head. I want to just carry it and set it down and then do stuff and then pick it back up.
Yeah, but if you have headphones and you have the phone here, it'll pick up the same, it'll sound the same as it would if you had your phone on speaker with no headphones on.
Is there a way that I can do it in my headphones, but then the speaker of the phone picks up the audio?
Well, that's what I'm trying to explain is that when your like wireless headphones aren't good, sometimes they will not connect to your mic. They'll connect to this. And if your phone's up far away, they won't hear you.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So for me, anytime I'm on the phone with somebody and I have headphones on, I'll hold my phone here anyway, like it is on speaker, but I have it here because then I'll just speak and they'll hear it anyway. I still to this day couldn't tell you where my voice comes from.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I just keep my phone close anyway.
Yeah.
But no, Liana would just have speaker on and just like belt out her answers and like have a conversation. And then I had to be like, can you just not use speaker? Is that possible? And then after
but whenever
that,
you ask, I would do it.
Yeah. I'm not saying you weren't doing it. I'm just saying it was a weird thing you did. And then
I was used to living alone.
Yeah. Well, and then I've had to start asking her recently because when she podcasts, when she does the B&B, she'll like leave her door open. I'm like,
well, I've been shutting it now because we have it's wired now. But when it was wireless, I could not shut my door. I would not have internet.
I think you were recording the B&B at the same time I was streaming Goose Goose Duck this week.
Yes, because we heard you scream. It came through.
There were 2 moments where I screamed and my immediate reaction to the stream was, I shouldn't have yelled. Liana's on the B&B. Yeah. And then I waited, but I didn't get a text back. So I was like, maybe I'm fine. Maybe
I don't care. If people hear random screams in the background of my podcasts, honestly, that's kind of funny. They're going to be like, it's like an Easter egg. Everybody loves like an Easter egg.
Do you think people heard it? Like the audience?
Maybe. I don't know. Those are really good microphones. So it's possible it got filtered out.
It's possible, but it's not impossible that it got through, right?
Yeah, I suppose that's true.
So.
I don't know. If you listen to the B&B this week, could you hear Pooya yelling? That is the question.
Well, that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to check and see if there's any comments about it.
It's the thing is like it's not like you're screaming for a long period of time. It's very punctated, so it's just be like
Yeah.
like a faint in the background. And also, StreamYard does a good job. Like if I was not talking at that time and it was pulling like let's say Mike's audio, then you might not even hear my microphone at all whatsoever.
Yeah.
So that's why I didn't text you because I was like, I don't care enough. And also, it's fine. It's probably filtered out regardless. StreamYard is pretty good. That's the software we use or the website we use to record.
StreamYard is incredible, honestly.
It is. Yeah, so I think you're fine.
The good news is either they didn't hear it or they did not care. So
yeah, well, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had Stephanie Burglar on this week, which was very fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, as the guest. So check it out. B&B.
It was a good time.
Good time.
Check it out.
Survivor.
Yeah. Speaking of shows that we're covering, Traders. You finished Traders UK.
I did.
Celebrity UK.
I did.
I did as well.
Yep.
Traders Canada is going on right now. Episode
Yep.
4 later tonight for me, just to date this.
Yep.
And officially, we have a premiere date for Traders US. And we got the breakdown of how the episodes are going to be released.
Oh, really?
So we're going to get 3 episodes on the first night, like we have been. So episode 1, 2, and 3 on January 8th.
Okay.
Then the following week, we're going to get 2 episodes.
Oh.
4 and 5.
But then a weekly release?
And then it's weekly, and we're done by the February 26th.
Is there a reason why they had to be done by February 26th?
No, because I think a lot of when we didn't know what the date was, a lot of the speculation was, well, it could be later in the year because they wouldn't want it to run side by side with the Winter Olympics.
Yeah.
That's clearly not the case because it's premiering January 8th. Winter Olympics is February 6th, I think. It's like 1 month later, basically.
Okay, so there is some overlap.
Oh, it's going to be all overlap, basically.
Oh.
So I don't know when the finale of the Winter Olympics is, the end is, but...
Well, if it starts February 4th, then it would end... It's like, what, a month?
About a month,
So
3 weeks. I think it's 3 weeks to Winter Olympics. I'm going to look it up.
Okay.
But I don't think that's to do with it, but then it confuses me why they would want it to be done earlier.
Well, that would make sense if it ends the same time the Olympics end. Because you said February 20-something for the end of Traders?
26th,
Yeah, 26th. And then let's say the Olympics end around there.
They end on my birthday, February 22nd.
Oh, okay. So 4 days before.
Yeah.
Oh, so they're offset by 4 days.
It's just, I don't know. I found it weird, but I'm not going to complain about it.
I wonder if they are releasing it that way because of what happens.
That's possible.
You know what I mean?
It might be a banger 1, 2, or a big cliffhanger,
At
or
the
a
end
something,
yeah.
or a formatting thing. Like maybe they do a new twist, something like that.
Yeah.
But also, I don't know. That confuses me even further in this day and age because I'm like, but y'all were so willing to cliffhanger us so many times. What's different this time? So we'll find out.
Or maybe it's what you said, like a twist that takes over the course of like 2 episodes or something
set up.
for 4 and 5. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe something like that.
As long as Rob is there till like episode 7 at minimum, I wouldn't feel slighted. Because if he like leaves episode 5, now I'd be like, we could have had 1 more week of Rob. So we'll see. Yeah, but I'm very excited. The hype is real. It's getting more exciting by the minute. So I'm intrigued to see what this road looks like. Because at this point now, I've got Canada, I've got 90 Day, and obviously the PAL, but these are the only pods really going on until January 1st. And then UK kicks off, and then January 8th, US kicks off, and I'm running both simultaneously. That's on top of all the preseason US
Well, that's
stuff
what
we're
I was going to say is that like, I know you're saying that, but also you have 18 player profiles to do?
I just started also today preliminarily mapping that out and like figuring out who goes where. Then I got to send all the invites out. And we got to like get that all sorted and record all of those. So
that's, but if you think about it, that's 18 podcasts. That's
more.
Like, how many players? 20 something?
24.
24. Okay, so 24.
Is it 24?
So yeah, that's like 2 seasons worth of television.
Yeah.
If you think about it that way. So that is a lot to cover all of the different player profiles in order to prepare for the season. Plus, that doesn't cover like anything else you might want to do. Like if you want to do a 30-minute, like, oh, here's what I know you guys did a bunch of stuff when the cast dropped, but if you want to do something closer to the actual premiere date as well, like that would be.
So sorry, I'm real quick checking. 18 plus 5, 23.
No.
Yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be a very fun road, I think. So I'm excited. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna be busy, but it's gonna be a good time.
Yeah.
And then
If you're a Traitors fan, you haven't watched Traitors UK Celeb, do yourself a favor and watch it. It was amazing.
we talked about it
Amazing.
on the pod. I mentioned that I think this has been the strongest year for Traders, period.
Yeah.
I can't think of a season that was bad. Although I would earnestly say I don't think I've watched a bad season of the Traders.
You guys ranked US 1 as the worst season. What about AU2?
Without giving spoilers out,
Yeah, okay.
AU2 has an ending that
Okay.
makes it all worth it.
Okay, fair. Okay,
Yeah.
fair.
AU2,
fair.
it's basically like, oh, oh my God, that was cinema. You know, and like once you
Sure.
you hit cinema, like it's
I
hard
haven't
to yeah.
rewatched it, and I think on a rewatch it would be better knowing the ending.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I think the reason US 1 for me soured, and I talked about this a little bit on the pod, was both the combination of I think the half and half did not work there.
No.
Specifically because I think the half and half was done in a way where too many of the people on the alum side knew each other and were like,
They know each other.
you know, and then on the other side, the show itself didn't really show us the civilians, so they kind of
Sure.
got, you know, we didn't care about them
Shafted,
as much.
yeah.
And then the way some of those final civilians reacted to getting got in a game, I was like, get out. Like this just soured me on the whole thing. Masterful gameplay, masterful winner, but every other thing about it I did not love.
Yeah, that's fair.
Some of the feuds were good, but that was again all alum side. So for me, that's why US 1 is maybe my lowest. But that being said, I still had a great ass time with it.
Yeah.
So, and for me, that's been the big takeaway, is that I know I love this show because I genuinely do not feel like I've experienced a bad season yet.
Yeah.
Which is nice. But this year has been the strongest. I think we had our best US season to date this year. Ireland kicked off their coverage with a great season.
Yeah.
Celebrity UK first season ever. Big banger. I think I saw somewhere 12 million people watched it live.
Isn't that
night.
crazy?
Live.
That's like absolute. That's so wild to me. I mean, it's such a phenomenon in the UK. You just. I mean, no wonder they were able to get people like Stephen Fry for it.
And they've already renewed for they were renewed for season 2, I think, before the season started. So
yeah. I'm really excited to see whatever their cast is for season 2.
Also big year for Traders because both New Zealand and Australia got renewed and revived. So we're gonna get New Zealand 3, Australia 3 next year.
Are they combined?
No,
they're separate. Yeah. Okay, they're not doing like a down under kind of restructuring. Oh, no. Okay, I was just curious.
Yeah, they're each separate. We have already seen what the cast is for AU 3.
Oh,
so
yeah, that's right. I've seen the AU.
They're going the way of the US model now, where it's going to be all alums from different shows,
celebs. Yeah.
So yeah. I think this has been the strongest year for the Traders. I think next year is going to be the biggest year for the Traders yet. I think it's going to be very exciting. I'm very pumped, very nervous.
Wait, why?
It's I think something that is definitely never overlooked for me is I'm very cognizant of how many people are watching at all times. So for example, when I stream on Twitch, on average, I'm looking at something between like 100 viewers to like on a really good day, maybe 200. Then I'll go like doing that for like 6 months, and then Big Brother season hits, and I'm on the first live feed update of the season, and I'm like, there's 10,000 people watching live. That's kind of wild. And then the number for the live feed update keeps growing once you're done. It's like 60,000 people watched me talk about this. That's kind of, intense.
Yeah.
And then with the Traders, it's growing more, and I'm seeing the numbers grow with it. I'm like,
does it make you nervous?
Yeah, because I'm like touted as I know what I'm talking about, and it's like a lot of pressure.
Yeah, not like that you feel the nerves.
Yeah, well, it's not that like I'm like I have to deliver. Well, I want to deliver a fun product.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's just a little. It's like I'm not usually standing in front of the class presenting, and like it definitely was more like that when I was in high school and like end of high school, start of university. I had the public speaking confidence down. I think something happened between then and like now where I started getting a little more shy, a little more introverted. And so there are still moments I find, there's moments where I don't even think twice about it. Like I'm on, we're doing it, we're cool. But then there's moments where I am very much like, oh my God, there's a lot of people. So
I just don't look. That's how I deal with it, because I do understand where you're coming from. I've tried picturing the podcast listeners naked. That just doesn't work because I can't see them.
That's not a thing.
You've never heard that before?
I have.
When you're doing public speaking, you're supposed to.
I have, but I just find that to be so unnerving.
I just feel like technically it's really challenging because you're trying to make assumptions on what they look like naked based on the clothes that they're wearing, and you try to like.
And it's just weird. Like, what are you doing?
I think the idea is it's like, who cares, right? It's like, whatever. Just get up there. You're just gonna do your thing, and then you're gonna go sit back down. So I don't know. I like, of course, I completely understand the nerves. I think for me, like especially when like we do the drafts or things like that, I just don't look at I just don't look at the chats. I don't look. Obviously, for Twitch, I understand it's different.
It's
but
the streamer in me, I think now.
Yeah, but
because
for the podcaster, even when it's live, I'm like, Sam is watching the chat. Rob is watching, like other people are monitoring the chat that will bring up things that are relevant.
It's me. I am other people.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Well, I think that's what it is with me, is that because I've been streaming now for 5 years, I've gotten so used to keeping an eye on like moderating as I'm doing stuff. Because like when I'm on stream and I'll see like a message that's sideways, I know that I don't have to bring it up or acknowledge it. The mods will handle it. Like, Liv's there, Mandy's there. Someone's going to handle it. But I also still am aware of what's happening. And I like the added context. Because sometimes if you don't look at something and then everyone's like, oh, that was messed up. And you're like, what did they say? So with the podcast, I keep an eye, especially I think Big Brother has trained me for this more. Because sometimes there's some hateful people that show up.
But see, like then I don't want to see those people.
I know you don't. I don't want to either. But I also don't want to subject... if like let's say I'm the third, like if it's me, one other person, and a guest, I don't want the guest to see that. I don't want.
Oh, you're saying like you're deleting comments and stuff.
I'm just keeping. I'm not like, it's not. Thankfully, they're not like attacking me.
Okay, so like that's the thing, is because I don't have moderator power, so I'm not doing any of that anyway. I guess the way that I think about it is I'm like, okay, if I was an NFL player, you're like on the field playing the game, right? You're not looking.
But I'm the quarterback.
Twitter.
I got an earpiece in. They're like, hey.
Yeah, but you know what you're not listening to? What the fans are yelling. You're literally trying to block them out. That is the whole point of when you're playing the game, because you are showing up to deliver the best content that you know that you can deliver.
Let me just point this out. If you cannot tune them out while you're in the pod, you shouldn't do what I do. What I mean by that is I don't stop the pod to be like, hey, clean that up, or can we not do that? Sometimes I'll be like, so I saw Kobo mentioning this and I thought it was a good point, and I'll bring that point into the conversation. But I think that the last thing you should do is that, you know, because the ref ain't gonna stop the game and be like, we're holding game. Guy holding the hot dog, stand number 48, section 302, foul language. First year, like they're not getting a penalty, right? So you're not.
Hey, you with the cheese hat.
Yeah.
Who's shirtless? Come on down here.
Mustachio man, section 4. Cussing. Yeah. So we don't have to. So for me, I suffer from needing to know what's happening, but at the same time, I have mastered the craft of being able to keep an eye to make sure things are civil whilst not being distracted and removing myself from the podcast. Because if the minute I'm not paying attention to the podcast, that is an inferior product that I'm putting out. I'm not putting my best version out.
But then you wouldn't be looking at the numbers, right?
No. To be clear, the numbers, I'm not sitting there being like, oh my God, it went down to 8,000.
Oh, you're saying like after the fact.
Yes. Yeah. It's like I'll see the numbers. I'll find out what the number was like even once during a pod, and then I'll see the numbers, and then next week I know there's that many people watching is what I mean.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I'm not number watching. That would be pointless.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you need like a Tom Brady-esque routine before you begin. Didn't he like meditate and like do a whole thing where he like became super zen and then just like went out there and played or something? Didn't he have like a tube or like a chamber?
No, I don't
Am I making
think.
that up?
I think it's more so for me, the nerves happen not so much on the podcast. It's after and before. It's a little bit of just like, this kind of scary. And then once I hit go live, we're done. I'm fine. I'm good to go.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
not a lot of stumbling. I'm very cognizant of not using filler words. I'm very cognizant of trying to like stay on topic, or especially I've gotten better with hosting of like picking up what someone else is saying and finding a way to segue that into the next thing. Or if I'm like, ooh, I have a question for that, let me put a pin in that, let me let them finish and then bring it back to ask that question. So I've done my reps.
I kind of think of it like I do want to go back to the sports analogy, because I do feel like both podcasting and just anything that I apply myself to, I do like, I have moments where I'm like really in the zone and I'm feeling really good about it. And then I have moments where like, look, I'm tired. I'm not performing as well because I did XYZ that just drained my stamina or whatever.
Yeah.
And I just like can't come. And I just know that like physically I'm not going to be able to perform at the same level.
It really is like sports, because you know how with fantasy football, you'll get updates on a player and it's like, this player did limited practice this week. And you're like, what does that mean? Does that mean they're going to play? Does it mean? And then you're like, maybe I shouldn't put them in the lineup because they did limited. They're probably not going to perform as well as they did. And then they'll just kill it. So I think it's similar here, whereas like you could think like the day could be shaping up to be like, oh, I got off the wrong side of the bed. Like I'm not feeling great. And then you're on the pod and it's like nothing happened. Versus, you know, right before you get on, you read something or you feel something, you're irritated, and then you get on and you're not having your best night. So it really varies. Who knows?
Well, I took that nap before the B&B on Sunday. The last time we recorded, I definitely, that was important.
So let me ask this. Would you say taking a nap is voluntary? Because I think that I fell asleep and I took a nap. Like I dozed off.
Okay. I can tell you from my perspective, when I'm laying down and I'm feeling sleepy, I will essentially say, I'm okay with falling asleep.
Then you're taking a nap. That's more of a choice.
Yes. So for me, it's always a choice.
I feel like I've had it where, no, I don't think it's always a choice. If you
For
fall
me-
asleep, you fall asleep with like a TV show on, like your laptop on in bed. Is that by choice?
Yes.
Then why did you put the laptop away?
Because I fell asleep watching it, because that was my choice to do that.
What?
Like, if I am getting sleepy, I'm actively making a choice that I'm okay with whatever happens.
I see. I would say you dozed off on this couch the other day.
You know what? I had an alarm set. We were going to record at 4. I had an alarm set for 3:45, which I set before. Yeah, which I set before I went to sleep.
Okay. Well, maybe it was the way you were asleep. It looked like you had fallen asleep, like
On accident.
Yeah.
I got sleepy because I'd woken up really early that morning to go to Pilates. And I was like, if I fall asleep, I'm okay with that. And I was prepared to wake up still for the podcast.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with falling asleep. If I'm like listening to something or watching something, I'm like, I'm okay if I fall asleep here.
Okay.
Pooya will take care of me.
Yeah. And I did. I woke you up. What are you laughing?
Well, because for me, it's always an active choice.
Yeah. Nah. For me, sometimes I'm like, I definitely did not mean to sleep, and I did.
Yeah, that happens all the time. Because I'll be like, we'll be laying in bed, and then I'll be like, do you want to sleep? And you go, no. And I'll be like, okay. And then you go, but then I don't know if I'm supposed to wake you up or not.
At that point, it is, because once I've fallen asleep, it's
like,
over.
The ball's rolling. It's too late.
It's over. I
I'm
mean,
asleep.
I've tried so many times in those moments, because for full context, Liana goes to bed early, so we'll go hang out, we'll watch some TikToks and stuff. But because we're laying down, I'll start getting tired, and then I'll just pass out. But then I'll wake up 2 hours later and it's 11 and I'm like, oh god damn, like now I am like, it's over. I'm not gonna be like, it's I can't go back to bed.
You told me you didn't want to do that anymore, and then the last time it happened, I was like, okay, you sure you want to do this? You're like, this time it's different.
I wanted to see if I could just sleep because the other times I've had something I want to do after, so like I almost sometimes wake up and I'm like, what time is it? Oh, I can still go do that, and I'll go like do that. But then this time I didn't really have anything, so I was like, if I sleep till like 6, that is fine. And then it didn't happen, so I was like, I don't think I can do that. I'm not capable of it.
Well, not until you reset your sleep schedule.
I don't know what that looks like even. I don't know, because my reset is not going to be go to bed at 10 p.m. anyway, you know?
So when I had to reset my sleep schedule, I would just stay up all night, and then I would go to bed at like 8 p.m. and then I would be right back on track.
Yeah, but that's your track.
Yeah,
I would
yeah,
not
yeah.
be. I
no,
would
no, no,
still
but I'm
be.
saying like whatever it would look like for you.
I see. Well, I'd have to stay up till. It's different. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah.
it's up to you. It's your choice.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, speaking of choices,
Yes.
we've got a couple options.
What do you want to do?
Well, what would you like to do?
No, you segued. You lead the segment.
Well, we have our Now That's What I Call Music.
I would like to do the now that's what I call music game, please, and not the other one.
Okay.
Seamless. Go on.
Okay, so I believe, if I remember correctly, we're on Now That's What I Call Music 5. So the track list is It's Gonna Be Me by NSYNC, Give Me Just One Night by 98 Degrees, Jumpin' Jumpin' by Destiny's.
Wait. Are you listing all of them?
Yeah, I was gonna list all of them.
You don't need to do that.
Oh, okay. All right, so do you want to give your top 3?
No, you should start because I have not looked at this.
Okay. I love the song Lucky by Britney Spears. I feel like it also now in today's context is like even more sad than it kind of was at the time. So for me, I think it's got to be my number one choice, I think, is Lucky by Britney Spears.
Okay. It was number 5, right? The 2000 release?
Let's see. Now That's What I Call Music 5, November 14th, 2000 is when that was released.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go with Jumpin' Jumpin' Destiny's Child number 1.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that is a classic. That was a great song then, still a great song now.
Yep.
And it was an easy decision for me, quite frankly.
Okay. That was going to be my number 2.
There you go.
Yeah. This is really tough because then for my number 3 choice, I have so many options that I want to pick, and I feel like they're all from different genres. Like I love Me Everclear, so Wonderful by Everclear's on this album.
Which one's that? How does that go?
Oh my God, why am I completely blanking?
Do you even like Everclear?
Oh, shut up. I think Kryptonite by Three Doors Down.
Which one's that?
Story of a Girl.
Is that the one who drowned the whole world? Story of a Girl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like those are all super solid. Mandy Moore's I Want to Be With You is on this album. Show the Meaning of Being Lonely by the Backstreet Boys. It's Gonna Be Me by NSYNC are all on this album. Don't Think That I'm Not by Candy is also on this album, which is a very, very, very good song. I think ultimately, though, what I'm going to pick for... Man.
Would you like for me to go first?
Yeah, can you go first?
My second song is Show Me the Meaning of Being Lonely by the Backstreet Boys. Okay? And my third song, because in the order it will always be Backstreet Boys over them, It's Gonna Be Me by NSYNC. Number 3.
That's what I was debating for my third choice.
Yeah.
I might go with Candy, Don't Think I'm Not, because I really like that song.
Okay.
So, okay, that's going to be my third choice, my official
All right.
third choice.
And because I do like keeping you on your toes, let's go to number 6 next.
Okay. Can you go first?
Why the deep sigh?
I just feel like there's so many stakes in this.
What are the
Samantha
stakes?
Mumpa's on here. You know, she went for Eurovision this past year for Ireland.
Okay. And how'd that go?
It did not go well.
Okay.
They ended up picking the Laika Party. The song about the Russian dog that gets sent into space.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this one's a banger.
Okay.
Oh, man. Oh, this one's tough.
Oh, with arms.
It's going to end up on my list. I just don't know where.
Also, Fuel Hemorrhage is on this.
Ooh, Bye 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 is on here.
Yeah.
It Wasn't Me by Shaggy's on here.
Yeah.
Oh, this might have been we might need a week for this, actually, now that I look at it.
It Wasn't Me is definitely my top song. I love that song. I can't even help it.
All right. Well, let's take a week off.
Okay.
Well, not a week off. Let's we did 5. That's good enough.
Okay. A week for deliberation.
Come back for 6. Yeah, because I would like to listen to it before I make my judgment. And by that, I mean like the day of, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well,
Is
that
there
was
anything else?
I don't think so.
Okay, because I have to go pack. I have a flight tomorrow.
Oh yeah, you do have a flight tomorrow.
that I just booked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it. I got places to be.
Leave us and.
I'm a busy business lady now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I've a girl boss too hard. I've girl boss too close to the sun.
And now you have to go to San Francisco.
Now I have to actually like do things and make decisions. It's horrible.
Boo!
Boo! Boo! Being in charge. Boo!
Yeah. Yeah, we'll definitely keep the house in one piece, me and the girls.
Okay, good.
I'd like to think.
That's all I could ask. As long as no burgles burgle, then I think we're doing all right.
You don't ask me that. Ask them that. Yeah.
Just yell. Just run at them and yell. That's all you have to do.
Ah.
Ah! What are you doing? Ah! It worked for me.
Okay. Well, I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. You've already heard where you can find us. She got the B&B.
Mm-hmm.
I've got all the trader stuff. 9 Day Fiance. So find those. Twitch.tv/Pooya if you would like to be there and hang out. Do appreciate that always. So yeah, this episode will come out probably Friday. If it's Thursday and you're hearing this, that means your boy got the editing done in time. So that's pretty cool. Or earlier, rather. Anyway, y'all take care. We'll see you next week for a big episode 45.